we were at a crossroads in our lives as a family, and for me personally, with retirement, with end of school, moving countries. So when I met David and we started working, it was very much along the lines of, where do I go from here? As much as you can talk to your friends who know you well, or your family that knows you well and supports you in all shapes or forms, if you have someone you trust that really doesn't know anything about you to start with, and comes in from a totally different angle and life perspective and everything else, that is really, I find that incredibly helpful, and it's fascinating. It's a really interesting journey. It's a really interesting to, oh, I never thought about that, okay. And with David, you can discuss things. You can say, well, that doesn't fit with me. This I don't feel comfortable doing that. Why not? And then, you can, the question why comes up a lot. I felt at the time when I started to talk to David, I was at a point where I thought, this is it. I've done the career, I've done the mother bit, I've done raising the kids, and now what? Who the heck am I? And what am I supposed to do with the rest of this? I've never worked with a life coach before, so I thought, well, there is something, he could bring another aspect to it. And he does, because he just has a different approach to the whole thing. It is the life approach, because I guess my experience was when David and I started talking, he took me where I was and said, okay, what's your life now? What was it? Why are you where you are? And where are we going from here? I think if I look back at earlier this year, January, February, I felt like I would like to crawl into a corner and not come out for the rest of my life. That's what it felt like. So trying to deal with a lot of change that was coming anyway, and a lot of chaos in my head, there was not a lot of confidence. No, it was a lot of quicksand, a lot of ugh. And that is something that's come back quite nicely. What struck me was how much David actually listened, trying to figure out where I was coming from, obviously, but that gave a moment of real sort of connection in terms of trust. It's like, okay, he's actually listening. Over the last few weeks, really, with David, it was very much along the where's life going with that? Where's life in Carina, and. We can have conversations that I cannot have with other people, I find. Probably because of David's background, I guess, but also just because I trust him.